out there, do you know how our brain works when it comes to learning and memorizing? Do you have any idea about the causes of dyslexia and dyscalculia? How to recognize them and what to do to help those who suffer from them? No? Well, stay tuned and watch our video. Here we will give you some tips and all the information you need to have the necessary knowledge about everything mentioned. Right now, we will explore how neuropsychopedagogy can help improve the education and cognitive development of children and young people. We will discover how the application of this discipline can have a positive impact on the life of students and society in general. We will also explore some tricks and techniques to make learning more effective and enjoyable. We will find out how we can stimulate our brain and turn learning into an exciting and fun experience. So let's challenge our brain and discover new ways to enhance our learning.
Many people know about learning process, but did you know that from a neuroscience point of view, the learning process is more complex than it seems? Let me explain. The learning process is by acquiring a new skill, such as learning a new language, for example, or playing an instrument. This process involves the teacher and the students. It works as an indicator to know how much the students learn. There are many aspects that affect the learning process, such as the use of drugs in pregnancy, for example, or stress and the environment.
But don't worry, there are many factors that help the learning process, such as motivation, curiosity, and self reflection. Have you ever wondered how a student learns? The student learns in different ways, according to the interest and multiple intelligence. But we know a student has learning something when he can explain it in own words from what he stored in his brain out of the class. What is the purpose of learning? To have the knowledge or capacity of something to apply it in our life.
Do you know how the brain is organized? No? Okay, don't worry. Let me explain you. The human brain is divided into two hemispheres, left and right, and they in turn are composed of different lobes. Do you want to know what they are? The frontal lobe is in charge of social behavior and movement. And an easy way to stimulate it is through strategy games such as dominoes, as they require planning, making decisions, and strategy thinking. Now, the parietal lobe is responsible for controlling some of our body functions, such as touch, taste, and smell, and movement. One way of stimulate it could be through reading and tactile stimulation activities, such as giving a children materials of different textures.
It's about the language and the hearing. The new chapter in this case is the use of excessive electronic device like the cell phones, the computers, or tablets. To solution this, I recommend you to read magazines or stories or funny stories and watch series or movies with your child. The love is about the memory and the visual information. To this, the main attractor is the deficit of the visual attention. And to that, I recommend you to play versus with your child or draw with them.
Did you know that there is a neuropsychological theory that tells us about the brain is organized? Yes, its name is Luria's theory, which was proposed by Alexander Luria in 1960. It is divided into three functional units.
Number one, we have the unit that is in charge of regulating tone and wakefulness. We can see it at the bedtime or when a child learns to walk or write.
2. This unit is responsible for receiving, analyzing, and storing information. For example, when interpreting visual information, learning, and memory.
And finally, we have the third unit that regulates and verifies the activities. That is, it provides the programming of movement and coordination, such as when we perform a physical activity or when we are under a lot of stress.
Remember
Remember,
that Luria's theory of functional unit is important because it provides a detailed understanding of how the human brain is organized and how brain lesions can affect cognitive and behavioral processes.
this allows for the better assessment and rehabilitation of neuropsychological disorders.
A neurobiological origin, determined by the difficulty of recognizing words properly, and also affects the area of motor and visual skills, as well as the processing speed and a short-term memory. Did you know that a lot of famous people have been dyslexic? Artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Walt Disney, and scientists like Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison were dyslexic. Can you believe it? There are some actions as professor that we can do to help the people with this difficulty, uh, like give extra time for writing or learning, and allows that the students express their knowledge in different ways, like this. And at home, we can help the children read aloud, sing short and children's songs, and provides audiobooks.
Hi, do you know what is dyscalculia? Dyscalculia is a neurological condition that makes the understanding and mathematics harder. The child who suffers dyscalculia is one who confuses numbers and fails to perform a mental calculation or work with abstractions. Some types of dyscalculia are verbal dyscalculia and prognostic dyscalculia. Verbal dyscalculia is problems naming quantities or numbers, and prognostic dyscalculia and is problems enumerating and manipulating objects mathematically. So, board games, card games, or computer games that allow to practice mathematics are exercised to combat the dyscalculia.
Yes, you. Did you know these three facts or things about how your brain works? I bet you didn't know, so let's find out. First, the human brain has an storage capacity of about 2.5 petabytes, which is roughly equivalent to 3 million hours of video. It's just crazy. Music can have a significant impact to learning and memory. Studies have shown that listening classical music while studying can improve concentration and information retention. Third, regular physical exercise benefits learning and memory. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which promotes the growth of new brain cells and strengthens existing neural connections, thus improving cognitive function.
Now, a few brief recommendations to keep your brain healthy. Adopt a healthy diet, regular physical exercise, get enough sleep, keep your mind active, socialize and maintain meaningful social relationships, manage stress, avoid excessive alcohol consumption, and don't smoke. Not taking care of our brain health can have significant consequences in our daily lives. Bad habits such as lack of sleep, unhealthy eating, chronic stress, and lack of physical exercise can negatively affect our ability to concentrate, remember, and learn. In addition, the consumption of toxic substance, and excessive screen time can also impair optimal brain function. It's essential to recognize the importance of maintaining good brain health through healthy habits, as this will allow us to have optimal cognitive performance, a better quality of life, and promote healthy brain aging.
And so we come to the end of this fun video about neuropsychopedagogy. I hope you and have enjoyed this journey through the fascinating world of the brain and learning. We discovered that our brain is an incredibly complex and a powerful organ capable of amazing processes. We learn how the learning process works, how neural connections are formed, and how we can improve our memory and learning ability. We also explore some challenges that can arise along the way, such as dyslexia and dyscalculia, but discover that with the right strategies and the right support, it is possible to overcome these difficulties and achieve academic success, and how we can apply that knowledge in our daily lives. Remember that learning does not have to be boring or tedious. We can use games, creative techniques, and innovative methods to make learning an exciting and fun experience. Thank you for joining us in this fun and educational video. I invite you to continue exploring and learning about neuropsychopedagogy. I wish you much success in your educational journey. See you next time.